Now let's go to index.js file of GraphQL folder and import GraphQL object type GraphQL schema from GraphQL. Also import mutations from mutations folder. Import queries from queries folder. Then export a schema, which is a GraphQL schema. Inside schema, we have query, which will be of type GraphQL object type, whose name will be query, and fields will be queries. And another one is mutation, which is also of type GraphQL object type, whose name will be mutation, and fields will be mutations. Now let's go to queries folder and make some changes inside multiple file. Make these changes and also in single file. So we have made these changes. We don't need this index.js file. Now let's go to index.js file and remove the comment. Now let's go back to our terminal. The database is not connected. Start again. It looks like it is connected now. Let's go to our browser and go to GraphQL route. And in the right side we have this documentation section. We have query and mutation. Inside query we have user and users. User have argument of ID and user have return type of user, and users also have return type of user. And inside mutations we have add user, remove user, update user, and add post. We have data as input in add user, ID in remove user and update user, and add user has data input. Now let's go to user input. Now let's make a mutation query. Let's add an user. We have to supply a data argument which is of object, which has field of email and name. I will put some random email here. And name will be something like John Toy. Now let's run the query. Now it has created an user. Now let's save this user ID for future queries. Now let's go back here and let's make another mutation query which will be update user, and in update user we have two arguments. One is ID and another will be data. I will paste the ID here and I will make some changes to data fields. And run the query. Now it has updated our user. Now we will test another function which is remove user. Remove user will have argument of ID. So yeah, it has removed the user with that ID. Now let's create another user again. It will have data as argument which has field email. Let's put some email here. And name. I will put my name and run the query. Now it has created an user and it has this ID. Let's update this one. Now let's make queries where we will add post. It will have data. First field is user ID. I will paste it from the previous where I saved, and it will have some title. I will put some random title here. And our random body. Let's run the query. Now it has created a post. Now let's go to query section and remove the mutation, and we will make query. Inside query, first of all we will fetch user with ID. It will fetch a single user. We can also fetch all the users. We have only one user at the moment, so it is only showing us one user. Now we can also add her post so that it will show us post of that user. Let's add another post also. It has argument of data and the fields are user ID, title, and a body. Let's make a query. Now no new post has been created. Let's make a query with a user having ID of this one and also put post here. Now we
And this will end our tutorial series. If you find this series helpful, then please subscribe and thanks for watching.